Bhatt and Mrs. Sarika Gupta with us. Also, I would like to welcome the host for today, Mr. Vishal Nethi. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. So let me give you the detail of the program. The total duration of the program is for 30 minutes. It is divided into two parts. First 20 minutes will be on the physical exercise. Last 10 minutes will be on the mental exercise. Physical exercise will be taken care by Jagdishji. He will teach us pranayam, and mental exercise will be taken care by the Sarikaji. That will be on the guided meditation. I request all of you to join this session with your family and friends. This everyday 30-minute session in the morning as well as in the evening will make you mentally as well as physically strong. So it will help you to become stronger day by day. So now I would like to invite Jagdishji. Over to you, sir. Thank you.
Namaskar, Jai Gurudev, good evening, welcome everyone. Our audience is young and old put together, so let's start with the prayer. I request you to close your eyes and just remember in this silence, remember your parents, be in gratitude. Also remember their parents, your teachers, gurus, saints of the faith that you have. And I say a small prayer. Om Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Akhanda Mandalakaram, Vyaptam Yena Characharam, Tatpadam Darshitam Yena, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Harihi Om, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om, Om Shri Vishveshwaraya Namaha. Om Shri Rishi Prabhakaraya Namaha. Harihi Om. Once again, namaskar to all of you. Jai Gurudev. Welcome for this evening session. Today we are going to, for the 1 week, coming week, we are going to learn about pranayama. So we begin this session with understanding of Vajrasana, which is ideal asana for you to practice pranayama. But if you are not able to sit in Vajrasana, you may sit with crossed legs, Sukhasana, Padmasana, Ardha Padmasana, or even in chair, it's okay. If anybody is sick and lying in the bed also, you can understand, learn what is happening. Now, today what we are going to see is we will learn little about Vajrasana. Second thing, we will be revising what we have already learned, that is called as Bhastrika. And then we will go to Sukha Pranayam or alternate nostril breathing, which is also called as Anuloma Viloma Pranayam. So these three things we'll be covering and we'll be proceeding step by step every day. So let's begin with this asana, which is called Vajrasana. I'm right now sitting in Vajrasana, legs folded, 4 fingers gap between the tips of the knees, and back straight, chest erect. In a comfortable position, we sit like this. What I have done, I have folded my feet, which I'll show you also from behind. So toes together, heels apart, and 4 fingers gap between knees. This is the position of Vajrasana. I'll show you from side. You can use a cushion like this to be kept under the ankles, so that will make it easy for you. And then you can sit like this. This is a way to sit in Vajrasana. The spine is erect from here till the last vertebra of your spinal cord. Then from behind, if you see, you will come to know how the cushion is placed, and toes together, heels apart, and there is a just connecting. These toes are together but not pressing each other or crossing each other. So just together, this is how we sit comfortably. Now we will also learn how to come out of Vajrasana. You please do not come out suddenly. This was only demonstration. I will show you once again how to come out of Vajrasana. If I am sitting like this, then I make a fist by thumb inside and keep my this and where I wear the ring, that part I am putting on the ground and my legs get rested. So the tension or the pressure in the leg disappears. This is how we can relax. The same position I show you from the side. If you are sitting in Vajrasana like this, please just observe, don't do anything right now. So you can stretch like this and relax your feet. This is how we help ourselves to relax when we are strained in Vajrasana. And while coming out, you slide on one side and keep in rested position, then cross your legs. So this is how we come out of Vajrasana. This Vajrasana is a very strong asana. Vajra is hard substance like diamond. It's very hard, strong asana. This asana you can do even after food. So this helps the digestion. Secondly, this clears the varicose veins problem. So some people have got this calf muscles have got the veins which are getting swellings or they dilate. So that time this asana helps to cure varicose veins. Also when you go for a trek or walk or stand for a long time and if your legs are paining, then you can sit in Vajrasana for a couple of minutes and you will be relieved of the pain. So this asana is very useful for our further pranayama that we will be learning tomorrow. This is one aspect of it. Now second thing, today we will be revising Bhastrika, which we learnt on the first week also. It's very simple, very simple. We raise our hands like this and stretch our fingers and inhale. And while coming down, we bring the hands down and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Just observe please, we will do together. So now you can do two things. You experience Vajrasana, coming to Vajrasana, legs folded at the knees, ankles there, toes together, heels apart, back straight, 4 fingers gap between knees. For those who are, it's possible, sit in Vajrasana comfortably. Okay, and then we will be doing Kapalbhati, Bhastrika. In this Bhastrika, are you ready now in asana? If not, you can sit with cross-leg comfortable position. You can sit in chair and also do. So the next part what we are doing is, we are raising our hands and inhaling. And when coming down, we make a slight folded fingers, this position, and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. This we do at a slow pace, 5 breaths. Let us now do it together. Okay, ready? Inhale. Stop. So now we have understood how to breathe in and out. When we breathe in, the belly bulges out. When we breathe out, the belly goes inside. So just you can check it for yourself that this is happening with you. This is the right way of breathing. So when the hands go up, I'm inhaling, the belly bulges out. And when I bring the hands down, I'm exhaling and the belly goes in. So this is how we will continue for another say 10-15 cycles and experience what is happening. This is very useful for respiratory system as well as digestive system. So whatever we are doing is going to help 2 ways. Prevention, that is increasing our power to resist. Okay, and secondly, we can also get cured. If any ailment is there, if anybody is having corona challenges, then this will help to cure also. And those who have already gone through that, who are corona positive, they can increase their immunity by going through this Bhastrika. So we'll do it again. We'll do now with an increased pace, and 10 more cycles minimum we will do. Ready? 1. You may stop and just close your eyes and be with yourself. Observe how the breathing is happening. When you have time, we can do at least 20 such cycles, and set of 20 cycles we can do 3 sets also. So this is Bhastrika, which helps both digestive system and respiratory system, makes it very, very strong, and also it has got many other advantages. Now for learning sake, anybody may learn, but there are some precautions to be understood. Those who have got very high blood pressure, or those who have got heart problems or brain hemorrhage history, they should avoid this practice. Okay, right now for learning sake, whatever you have done is okay, fine. I'm addressing, understanding that there are young scouts also, their parents are there and grandparents may be also present. So some are very healthy, fit and fine. Their immunity will go on increasing, and those who have got through this corona positive situation, they will help you. This will help you to recover very fast. So now next we learn about Sukha Pranayam or Anuloma Viloma Pranayam or alternate nostril pranayam. So here, before we understand this, let's understand that this body is having ability to move or function because there is prana inside. So this prana flows, or you can call it life force or energy or chetana. So it moves in the body, in all parts of the body. You have sensations from the tip of the fingers till hair growth, till nail growths, and everywhere. So this is the there are various systems in our body: respiratory system, digestive system, circulatory system, and all are functioning because of this prana, the life force. So pranayama is to extend or prolong the prana in the desired part of the body. This is pranayama. So we'll learn about this more, but today we'll learn Anuloma Viloma Pranayam or Sukha Pranayam. So what do we do? I'm demonstrating. Please see. Don't do right now. I'll explain and then we will do it together. So I use left hand, keeping it here close to abdomen, palm facing the sky. Right hand, 3 fingers together. I'm using the little finger and the thumb for closing the nostrils. So with the thumb, I close the right nostril and exhale through the left. Inhale through left and close the left nostril. Exhale through right. Inhale through right, close it with thumb. Exhale through left. So the starting and ending is by exhalation through the left nostril. What do? We inhale, exhale from left, inhale. After inhalation, change. That is, we close this nostril and open the other one and allow the breath to go out. That is exhale. Then again inhale through the same nostril, change. Close it with thumb, exhale through left. This is how we are going to do. This is called as alternate nostril breathing. It slows down. There are many other advantages. First and foremost, let me tell you, there are 72,000 channels of prana flow inside the body, and out of these, 3 are major: left, right, and central. Ida, Pingala, Sushumna. That's what the names are there. They run around the spine, and we are activating the prana through the central nadi or Madhya nadi, as it is called as. So let's do it. Before that, you can check up your breathing with the help of your palm. that you may be finding which nostril is functioning. Just check, exhale and see whether the breath is coming out from left or right. Sometimes it may be coming from in some cases left, some cases right. But every about 90 minutes it changes. Unknowingly we are breathing only through one nostril at a time. Now this pranayama helps us to open up both the nostrils. So this is what we are going to learn. Now those who can sit in Vajrasana can sit in Vajrasana. If you want to sit in Sukhasana, that is also okay. Keep your left palm facing the sky close to your abdomen. Use these 3 fingers. Now I will guide and we will be doing a few cycles. We can do it for 5 minutes also, but looking into time, we will restrict it today. And you can practice this at your home. Usually all pranayama is done empty stomach. That means after having food, there must be 3-4 hours gap. After having snacks, at least couple of hours. After having juice or something, half an hour should be there. So now we are starting with Anuloma Viloma or Sukha Pranayama. Close your right nostril with right thumb. Exhale through left. Inhale through left. Close it with little finger. Exhale through right. Inhale through right. Close it with thumb. Exhale through left. Inhale through left. Close it with little finger. Exhale through right. Inhale through right. Exhale through left and continue please. Now you continue for the next few minutes and you will come to know that both nadis start functioning and central nadi sends all the prana energy into the upward direction. So let's continue. Be with your breath. Change the nostril after the inhalation. No pause inside, in between. Experience the silence that gets established. Please continue. Keep back straight. Normal breathing in and out. No pause, no holding. Simply breathe in and out and experience that calmness, tranquility. When you want to stop, exhale through the left nostril and complete your cycle and stop. By exhaling through the left nostril, we stop. So quickly we understand what did we do? We started with closing this nostril, exhale, inhale, close, exhale, inhale, close, exhale. Like this we continue. So you may practice this at home and experience this. You can do for 10 minutes also, minimum 5 minutes you please practice, and we will continue with this tomorrow. There are many things to share, but we will continue tomorrow. Thank you. I will request those who want to lie down in Shavasana, you can lie down in Shavasana. Those who can sit erect, you can take back support, and we will. Didi, I request you to continue, please. Sarika ji. Thank you.
Jagdish ji.
Thank you.
Thank you for this lovely pranayam. What are we without prana? We are just prana. And through whatever you shared with us, we could at least experience a little bit. So now we will move on to the next part of our session, that is the guided meditation on Om. Om, the primordial sound, also called the Shabda Brahm, Everything in the universe is a manifestation of the word. So this guided meditation, let's experience the beauty of this word and nourish ourselves with the vibrations of Om. So kindly close your eyes and just bring your attention to yourself, to your breath, and just be with this guided meditation.
The first, the last. The beginning, the end. Om, the start, the finish. Om, the origin, the conclusion. Om, birth and death. The first, the last. the beginning, the end. Om. The start, the finish.
Gently bring your attention back to your physical body and also to your breath. Take your own time to come out from this beautiful state. People who are lying down in Shavasana can roll over to their right side and gently get up. People who are sitting can gently open their eyes. So before we move on to the last part of today's session, that is segment intending, which we do at 8 o'clock, I take this opportunity to thank all the participants who have shared the most treasured thing in anybody's life, and that's their time. So your time is precious and you have trusted us. We really thank you for this. I also take this opportunity to thank Jagdish ji, Leah, Bharat Scouts and Guides, Sindhya ji, and all the volunteers who are working on the back-end team. And we also would like to inform you that our initiative Leah Help Desk is available from 8 to 9 in the morning and 8 to 9 in the evening. So Leah does beautiful workshops on different areas of life like health, wealth, relationships, gratitude, time, something that can really bring about a tremendous shift in our lives, transformation in our lives. So we invite you to come and help us serve you better and make your life beautiful. So I think now we move on to the last part of the segment, which is segment intending. A beautiful way to just manifest what you want in your life by taking a pause every 1.5 hours. So Vishalji, kindly put on the tape.
Welcome all of you to segment intending. What is segment intending? It is a pause which we take every 1.5 hours, and the pause is just a gratitude break and an opportunity to create what we want. There are two parts. One is the past and one is the future. What we have to do is just put our hands on the heart and thank the past. Three things we will thank the past. Past is first, we thank, if you have a guru, thank Guruji or your mother and father. So thank you, Guruji, or thank you, mommy and daddy, for giving this wonderful life. The second thank you is thank you, this Mother Earth, for giving us so much love. And the third thank you is thank you to this wonderful body to give us vibrant health. Now, this is the past, now future. So put the other hand here, and the future we create. So future we create is thank you, thank you, thank you. The next 1.5 hours is the most wonderful hours of my life. And then you may add on whatever you're going to do. You can add on to that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And whatever you want to say, you can say, and say it in positive, present, continuous tense. That's all you have to do. It takes 1 minute. And put your hand first, the past, put your hand this way, the future. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, everybody. And I hand it over to lovely volunteer of Bharat Scouts and Guides, Amulya, to carry on.
That was a wonderful session. I would like to thank all the facilitators for this session. I hope you all will join back tomorrow 7:30 in the evening for an English session and 7:30 in the morning for a Hindi session. Now, I would like to keep you all informed about some of the initiatives by Bharat Scouts and Guides Karnataka. The first one is the Scout Oxygen Bank. The Bharat Scouts and Guides Karnataka provides oxygen concentrators to COVID-19 positive individuals under home isolation in Bangalore city. The contact details is given on the screen. You can call in case it is necessary. The next one is the Digital Scout registration. All Cubs, Bulbul Scouts, Guides, Rangers and Rovers of Bharat Scouts and Guides Karnataka can now register themselves digitally. We all can stay united on a virtual basis. We'll get information about activities and programs of Bharat Scouts and Guides Karnataka directly. All you need to do is to open and enter the link that is given and fill the form to submit it. The next one is the good turn that has been assigned for tomorrow. All you need to do is to help 5 members from your unit to register themselves as a digital scout. Then you need to upload the list of the 5 names whom you have helped along with their digital registration number. You need to put that in the link that is provided and share the good turn link using the hashtag #ScoutGoodTurnDaily. The next one is regarding how you can submit your digital scout logbooks. If you have completed your cook badge, you can submit it in the first link given. If you have completed your solar energy badge level 1, you can submit it in the second link given. If you have completed your bookbinder skill badge, you can submit in the third link. And for the naturalist skill badge, you can submit it in the fourth link. The next one is about the family tree chart that you can make and upload in the link that is given. Also, you can interview any family member that you know has been a part of guiding or scouting, and you can upload it under the name Once a Scout, Always a Scout. The link is also given. You can talk about their experience and the new skills that I've learned in the process. I hope to see you all tomorrow. Thank you.